Hi YouTube, please give me a moment while I connect to Facebook. And we should be live on Facebook. Hi everybody, welcome to the Strategic Swing Trader. I am Sami Abu Saad, Director of Education at T3 Live. I hope you are doing well. I hope your weekend is going great. We're going to go over the market. I'll give you my bias for next week, and we'll go over the swing ideas that you see here in this watch list. But before we do, as always, a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss is for educational purposes only. If you'd like to download a copy of my free ebook, link for that is in the description below. Also, if you find benefit in today's video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe also, turn on the notifications bell, and if you have any questions for us, email us please, info@t3live.com. Again, info@t3live.com. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. First, the market. I've been saying that the market has been really bullish, but also the multiple time frames conflict a little bit. If we look at the daily uptrend, no one I think would argue that this is a downtrend, that this is an uptrend. Or I mean, rather that this is not bullish or that it's downtrending. It's not downtrending. The market is uptrending on the daily chart. If we were to look at the monthly, we're right at that declining 20. If that's the Qs, the SPY is even worse. I mean, not as bullish. IWM is totally in a downtrend. So I feel like, the Qs, the SPY have hit a wall, so to speak. And so the last couple of weeks, we've gone completely sideways. But are we still bullish, or did we turn bearish? Bullish, but showed some weakness as the market battles that declining 20 on the monthly chart. When it comes to swing trading, I mostly use the daily, but I always look at the hourly for entries, the weekly and the monthly for overall bias, for big picture analysis. So the daily is bullish, and if we take out Friday's high, which is 317.50, it's 40, but 317.50 on the Qs, that would trigger a buy setup actually. On the SPY, it's 412.70. That would trigger a daily buy setup, okay? And that would be a bullish pattern. IWM, similar, but very, very weak compared to the Qs and the SPY. So I remain bullish on the market, but I'm just pointing out that the market on the monthly is hitting that declining 20, and that's probably why we've seen some weakness the last couple weeks, or sideways action. All right, but I'm remaining bullish going into next week, unless proven otherwise. In terms of the watch list, here it is, copied and pasted into the description for your convenience, but here it is. I got AHT, beautiful pattern as a daily breakout. It doesn't have as much room as the IBRX, which I went over last week, and it's an open position in the newsletter, but it's exactly the same kind of setup. You see how it was in a downtrend, went sideways, and then broke out. And low priced a little bit. I think the AHT is also low priced. But I don't think it has as much room to move up. The IBRX went up, I think, 17% on Friday. This thing, the reason why I say it doesn't have that much room, well, you'd have to look at it on the monthly. And the monthly is a little bit squished because I'm using arithmetic scaling. So here's logarithmic. As you see where the target is the declining 20. So not as much room, but not bad at all. I like the setup a lot. BHC is also a transition A breakout, but weaker. So long, tightest stop would be right here. The wider stop, more safe, would be down under the 200. The red line is the 200, blue line is the 20. And then target, it's got room to $10 overall, but it's not my favorite. Okay, BKD popped and based, and it's a base breakout on the daily chart. Looks nice. On the weekly, it's a 1, 2, 3. What's the issue with it? Not too far below resistance, so that would be kind of target, maybe up here also. So it doesn't have a ton of room. Long stop. All right, on the BKD. We played, I played a couple of gold stocks recently. I know one of them was the IAG. Oh, another one was, and I got out, I don't know where exactly, but it was really nice. NEM also, but I got out under this bar's low or that bar's low. I don't honestly remember. I don't, there was one more that I played, but I don't remember which gold stock. And right now, gold is pulled back. IAG has a daily buy setup, but I don't think it's ready yet. BTG is more ready. And so that's why it's the one that made the list, and I like it over 420, stop under 4. And if you look at the monthly chart, it's also a transition A on the monthly time frame. So I like it, don't love it, but like it. The CGNT, if we look at the weekly, is a 1, 2, 3. All right, so it's similar to the BKD. If we look at the daily, it's not quite a base breakout, but it looks good. Here's the hourly chart. So it does look higher. Long up here, stop right there. It's big stop. It's 50 cents basically on a $4 stock, 4.5. That's over 9%. And target could be as high as 740 on the CGNT. Costco is setting up long on the monthly, so I like it. Daily, I don't love because the 1, 2, 3 would be triggering into resistance. So that's the one thing I don't like about it. Actually, we can play it over this bar's high, and then there's resistance above. But it's a 1, 2, 3 long stop, okay, on the Costco. So I like it. GTLS is a daily base breakout, so over the base, and then stop under 123.90. What I like about it is that it came in and hopefully goes back up and then breaks out, and then in which case this would be viewed as a breakdown failure. Target about 150, has room to 150. IONQ was super bullish on the breakout. The pullback was a little bit deep, but it is doing a buy setup. Actually, the pullback, if you think about it, we want to see it retrace about 50%, and that's about 50, maybe that's about 60, but I think it's okay still. But the bigger problem for me is the rounding or square top that it formed. It's a rounding top because we have a small little breakout failure. So every rounding top has a breakout failure embedded in it. Okay, every rounding top. So that's the biggest problem, but it's a nice, this was such a bullish move over here, the breakout, and then we have a buy setup entry. So over this bar's high, stop over Thursday's high, stop under Thursday's low. Nike is a daily buy setup, triggered on Friday, didn't get it, but I like it over 125.75, stop under 123.70. So it's about a $2 stop on the Nike. PCG also hasn't triggered the whole week, has been setting up as a breakout, so it's over 1703, stop under 1645. And I like the PCG mostly on the weekly and the monthly. I mean, every time frame is good, but that's a nice monthly chart. The PCG. ROIV, not a lot of R to R or reward to risk basically, but I mean that's a beautiful pattern, base breakout. Target, again, not much room to the next resistance area, but that's a beautiful daily and more beautiful hourly actually. Look at the hourly chart, really nice. SATX is sort of like a 1, 2, 3 plus a transition. Friday's bar was really big, so it's it's gonna be a big stop. But some of the little stocks have been flying lately. Has room to $5 basically on the SATX. STNE is moved up quite a bit, maybe not last week, but the week before. Yeah, the week before, and is doing a 1, 2, 3, and it's trying to break out on the weekly chart. Has it cleared all the resistance points? No, it hasn't. So that's kind of the issue, but it's a weekly transition A breakout plus a 1, 2, 3. It might work, and if it works, it'll be a big play, but it is low odds, so high probability of failure. Long stop. Okay, over $12, stop under 11.01. Stop under $11, so 10.99. USO, I mentioned it last week. It gapped over my entry, thankfully, because it wouldn't have worked, and now has a daily buy setup. It triggered on Friday, didn't get it, but I like it higher over 68.75. Stop under 67.50. Monthly buy setup. And then an oil stock that I like is XOM. It is a big stop, but it's a base breakout with a shakeout. So that's the shakeout, right? And I like it over the highs, I don't remember what the exact entry is, over let's say 117.25, stop under 113.23. So it's a $4 stop, and target to the moon. I mean, it has infinite amount of room if it really wants to get going. So that's the XOM. Bearish, the bearish list has nothing almost on it. The favorite of the three is the BLNK, is the base breakdown. Okay, don't love it. And then these are a couple of banks that look lower, BOH and Key. BOH I think is reporting on Monday before the open, so I'm not in it, but it definitely looked lower. I don't usually play banks on, you know, when they report. Before they, I don't get on them before they report, unlike some of the other sectors. But it's banks, utilities, real estate, and energy stocks. I never play them ahead of earnings, basically. So those two look lower. Were there any other banks that, in terms of banks, there are a couple that look higher. FRC, WAL, and PACW. PACW is already an open position, but it's not bad at all, as long as it can take out this bar's high, which is 1170. Stop could be as tight as 1086. That's the PACW. WAL is a little bit, I don't want to say late, but it popped a lot here on this gap. So over the base, stop right here, and has room to at least 50, maybe even 60 on the WAL. FRC, which I believe reports after the close on Monday. So it looks nice as an hourly base breakout, but again, reports after the close. It's a $1 stop on the FRC. So FRC, PACW, and then WL would be the ones that I like off the top of my mind, would be the ones that I like long from the financials. And then short, you got, you know, these two. All right. Well, that will do it for this week. A short video, but I hope you got something out of it. And if you did, please make sure to hit the like button and follow us for more trading education. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. I'm Sami Abasad with T3 Live. Good trading, everybody.